everybody, and welcome to episode 15 of the AFK Hour Podcast. I'm your host, jlucio, and today we have BigBoyEddie.
Hey, guys.
ErickRN.
So,
and StevieRay.
Hello again.
This week, we're changing things up by bringing a brand new format. Hopefully, everyone enjoys it. Everyone is responsible for bringing their own topic, and we then discuss the topic. I know previously we've been trying to see what works and what doesn't. And for the past 15 podcasts, we've been just talking about news. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this format. If you don't, then leave a comment. If you do, leave a comment as well. I don't know. We're still trying things out. We're trying to see what sticks. And hopefully by the end, we'll find something that works. The first person on the docket is Eric. So what did you bring us, Eric?
So with the recent announcement of the RTX Series, I wanted to know what you guys thought about the whole next gen and the PS5 and the Xbox One. Like, does it change anything? Does it make you consider them less now that the new cards have been announced? Or what do you guys feel about that?
Like how people were saying that they were basically computers now and how it changed things with the RTX.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, everyone was like hyped about next gen, and I mean, I feel like it didn't really affect the whole console side, but some people feel like it killed all the buzz for next gen consoles because of how strong they are, the new cards. So, what are you guys' thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think you're hitting the nail pretty much on the head there. I mean, so newest consoles, I mean, everything for the PS4 Pro and Xbox Series X, that was all 4K 30, right? That was like 4K 30 FPS. These new consoles are supposed to be 4K 60. But now with these newest cards, we're going to be getting variable frame rate on 4K cards. And with the newest 3090, apparently we're going to be able to get 8K 60, which 8K isn't even ready in the mainstream yet. Like, there's very few 8K TVs, very few 8K monitors that are even ready for that type of stuff. But like, as a consumer, that's really promising because it's like you can basically get the newest gen card and almost future-proof yourself a bit versus a next gen console, which is already being surpassed. You're already kind of putting yourself, but then again, they're different markets. So
Yeah,
we'll see how it all plays out.
on a similar note, with all that technology, what I'm kind of interested in is because of Eric pointed this out a while back to me, is how technology is just gonna keep getting smaller but better. Imagine how like my PC right now, 970 graphics card, i7, like older stuff, and it's a pretty big PC. You can build a tower for like half the size, and it's probably gonna be stronger than mine. I mean, I think that's pretty cool.
And cheaper, maybe.
Yeah, probably. Just the fact that every time a new card comes out, it's just ridiculous, like how much better it is to its previous generation. And if that works the same for small builds, seems kind of fun. Have a little computer smaller than the PlayStation 4 or as big. It's a powerhouse.
That kind of didn't happen with the upgrade from the 10 series to the 20 series, though. It was like a small little jump.
Mm-hmm.
But when they announced the 30, like, even I felt bad, like, for people that recently bought the 2080s and the 2070s, because the new 3070 is stronger than the 2080 Ti, and it's like 3 times less cheap. I mean,
yeah, it's ridiculous. When Lucy and I built our computers, we got the 970. Freaking 10 series was ridiculously better, way better. I was personally bummed out.
Wait, so how much is the 3070? It's 3070, you said?
The 3070 is like
There's three.
$499,
$499.
which is what we kind of
and it's
paid for
stronger
ours,
than a 2080 Ti.
which was close to $1,000 when it came out, or a little bit
And-
over.
And when are they gonna supposedly come out?
This month.
And it come out this month.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, I don't really know much about these things. I didn't keep up with all the RTX and whatnot. In regards to like the console, like you're comparing the consoles to the RTX, like they're just gonna be left in the dust with the specs and whatnot. Is that what you're saying?
Like, does it change the playing field? I personally don't feel like it does anything, since it's like a separate market. But
Yeah, also in the same boat. I don't think it really changes anything. People that are still PlayStation fanboys or Xbox fanboys are gonna get the consoles because they love it. They don't really care too much. Well, in my opinion, they don't really care that much about the specs. They just want it because just to say that they have it. It's like bragging rights.
Yeah, it's also easier to do, just buying one
It's also
console
easier
and
to
all
do
the
it.
parts.
Yeah, exactly. And for computer nerds who are PC master race, obviously they're gonna be really excited and they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, this is way better." You're gonna have that. You think that the superiority complex is right now really big? Just imagine when we're gonna like all the consoles are just gonna be way below like computer gaming in general. So I feel like it's only gonna get higher from here. There's gonna be a divide. But this is why development teams and game companies are striving to make it multi-platform, so it doesn't alienate or it doesn't make it exclusive. Like exclusive was like 2000. That's like all the rage. Exclusivity. They want it to only be Xbox exclusives and the PS exclusives. But now in 2020, everything needs to be inclusive, where it's cross-platform and everyone can play with each other and stuff like that. So back in regards to the RTX announcements, I don't think it really does anything. People, like I said, people are just gonna buy whatever.
Yeah,
how do you
I
feel
agree.
about the people that just bought a 2080 Ti recently, and they paid probably over $1,000 for
I mean,
that?
honestly, that's always gonna happen, dude. The technology just freaking gets better every time. You can't wait for the next one to come out. Let's say you get the 3 series, the 300, 3000 series, whatever it is. Then let's see in a year or two, something better is gonna come out.
Yeah,
So it's
tech
always
is
a win. It's
growing
always
really
a
quick.
losing. Yeah.
Well, they say that like tech doubles every 2 years. No, that's what the average.
Yeah. They even got a name for
cycle?
it, but I forgot.
Yeah. But yeah, like no matter what you buy, there's always gonna be something shinier and newer in a year. I mean, look at all the iPhones. Like, where are we at? iPhone 20? Like, I mean, it's not obviously 20, but that's what it's called, I think.
The older memes where it's like the size of a freaking bookshelf.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. You could always like, I'm usually in that same boat where I'm just like, I need to wait off. Something newer and better is gonna come up, so I'm not gonna buy anything. And then like I wait 2 months, I'm like, nah, I waited too long. I'm just gonna buy it. So then I buy it, and then 1 month later it comes out. I'm just like, oh well, fuck. Well, too bad. I already got this. So like, I don't know. It depends on your patience. But yeah, that's always gonna be an issue, especially in today's world, since everything's so competitive. Everyone's trying to one up each other.
Yeah. I'm still getting a PS5.
Yeah, see, you're a PlayStation 5 fanboy, so you're gonna love PlayStation no matter what.
Well, and the other thing too is there's still gonna be exclusives, like no matter what. Like I can't get Spider-Man on my PC. So probably gonna end up getting a PS5 as well.
Yeah, I guess that's true too. But I feel like companies are trying to like get away from that model.
Yeah,
except for Sony, because they own PlayStation
Spider-Man.
and Spider-Man. Well, and
Also,
partially Spider-Man.
Nintendo will never become like inclusive.
The day that Mario comes on PC, that's yeah, that's a stretch. That's a
Well,
stretch.
Mario's on mobile phone, so
Yeah,
that's-
that's true.
Yeah, obviously we have a long way to come, but I mean, eventually I feel like everything's gonna be cross-platform. Even Nintendo, not anytime soon, but one day it will be, I believe.
Yeah, they have to learn how to use the internet first. before they can make anything else.
I'm excited for both. I mean, I already have I built my PC 2 years ago. I don't plan on making another one, but I still get excited to see new tech.
Okay, I guess we'll go on to the next topic. Edward, would you be so kind and talk about your topic?
No. What is the gamer series you guys were able to finally watch given to the pandemic? You know, because a lot of people started working from home and all this other stuff.
For me, at the very beginning, when shit was hitting the fan and we weren't allowed to go out and whatnot, when it was mandatory to stay indoors in your house, the show that I actually started watching because I had so much free time was The Boys. That's like I was in my house in Laredo, and I was going through a bunch of different shows on Amazon, and I was like, wait, I keep on seeing this advertisement for The Boys on Twitch. I'm gonna check it out. So then I watched it, and I'm like, this show's amazing. I need to tell everyone about it. So then I binge watched all, I don't know how many episodes. There's 8 episodes, I think. And I came back to San Antonio, and then I told everyone about it. Another show that I did decide to binge watch again was The Last Avatar.
Yeah.
Airbender. Yeah, that one I saw it again because it was on Netflix, and then because I loved it so much, I saw Korra,
The Legend of Korra.
Legend of Korra. Yeah.
I cannot believe you made me remember I watched all of Avatar. I watched it last like a couple weeks ago. So yeah,
I
that
need to
was
start
part of
watching it actually. I've watched it obviously as a kid, but I should watch it again.
Been a while. Like I had to think about what happened in the beginning of quarantine, because in the beginning of quarantine it was all like giggles and rainbows, you know, like I was just watching whatever. Like I actually went back and watched Yu Yu Hakusho.
Ooh, nice.
Like I watched all of that. Well, I won't say I watched all of that. I watched all the way up until the end of the Dark Tournament arc, because then it got shit. But
yeah, that's when I stopped too.
Yeah, so I stopped right after that, but it was great. But I mean, honestly, like I got back into streaming. Got back into RPing. Just a lot of things that like I didn't have time for because I was doing a lot of things outside mostly. Like I've been able to get back into a lot of little hobbies here and there.
In regards to gaming, the game I did play because of COVID and since I had a lot more time was Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Like I bought it and then I played it all. I thought it was an amazing game. I loved it so much. Like I wouldn't have played it if there was no COVID, I would not have played that game because like you have to sit down and it takes hours and playing. And at the time, I didn't have that much time because I was just going to school, working, going to school, working.
The Force Awakens. Which one's that one?
The newest one.
That's the most recent one, the single player one.
No, the most recent one was called Fallen Order.
Oh, yeah. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Because Star Wars: The Fallen Order.
What's the one?
I'm thinking about the movie.
Yeah, that's what it is. But what's the other one called where you play as the Secret Apprentice? The Force Unleashed. There you go. I thought you were referring to that one.
No. The Fallen Order. Or that's what it's called, right? The Fallen Order?
Fallen Order,
You would have been missing out. You would have been missing out.
It's so fun, dude.
It's a fun.
Did you try out the free update?
There was an update. I haven't gone back to it.
I think it was like in April or May, something like that. It basically gives you a stadium you can choose to refight the bosses, fight anything you want, and some other challenges that are basically waves. You have to survive wave after wave after wave, or you can put a boss versus another boss, or you can try to fight 2 bosses at the same time. It's just an arena you can mess around with.
Okay. I think I played during the arena. I didn't know that you can make bosses fight each other. That'd be really cool. I want to see that.
Yeah.
I got back into the lore, because before Disney took over, I was such a huge fan of Star Wars. I love the lore. I love all the different things and whatnot. All the video games as well, because I was canon. But then Disney came over and took a big
Jedi Knight
dump on it, dude. Yeah. And all that shit's not canon no more. It makes me sad.
I'm happy that they made Revan canon. That's all I care about.
Yeah. But like the story was really cool and I really enjoyed it. I like Cal. I like the side characters.
Yeah, it's really well written too. Like it has you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, so for me, I don't know. I mean, actually, like I was just thinking, because it was Avatar, and well, earlier when the pandemic started, Animal Crossing came out this year, right? I don't even remember.
Yes.
But I was into Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Animal Crossing was a big pandemic game,
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
that's true.
at least in the beginning, and then we got bored.
And then plus I played a pandemic game called The Last of Us, and it was pretty good. But I mean, for me, it mostly continued the same way. I feel I could only play after work and on the weekend, so my time didn't really change much. But I did watch the Avatar, and I'm glad I did because I've always wanted to watch it from the beginning. I've seen parts of it, but never like all together.
Completely through, yeah. Same here.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
For me, I wanted to try watching One Piece, but as soon as I opened the page, I was like, "No, I'm okay." It's so
Oh, like
much
actually read the
more.
manga?
Well, no, I actually watched the series.
Hmm.
I got overwhelmed, so I didn't even bother. Well, the one that I did start reading the manga and watch the series finally after Ruben and everybody else kept bugging me was Fire Force. That's a good anime. That was
Okay.
that. And as far as games, I started playing Code Vein, which is basically anime Dark Souls, and Tales of Vesperia, which is another Japanese game. And that's pretty much it. Series. What series did I watch? Altered Carbon was pretty fun. I also watched another Netflix one. I just don't remember. And obviously The Boys with You guys. And Umbrella Academy. That's what it was. That's
yeah.
about it.
He also saw that with us.
Yeah. Freaking binge watched both seasons in like 2-3 days with you guys.
Yeah, we never finished watching Ozark because I convinced Jesus to watch it during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Basically, during the pandemic, I just made you guys watch a bunch of shows that I really liked.
Yes, I wanted us to watch Community, I think.
Oh yeah, I want you guys to watch Community. That show's really good. I was surprised
Yeah.
on how good it is.
I haven't seen it. Did you convince anybody else to see it?
I didn't really push that hard for that one. I was just like,
Yeah.
if they want to, then they want to. The next topic, Stevie, is going to be talking about esports.
Yeah, so esports are a really big part of our lives right now, especially because for the longest time, regular sports weren't available. So a lot of esports took over. Like I remember NASCAR had virtual like driving. It was basically like driving sims almost.
Oh, yeah,
like they had actual drivers like playing the driving sim, so which was really cool. A lot of the racing ones actually were really cool. But my question is or the topic I want to pose is, where do you see the future of esports in the mainstream? And will esports ever be in the Olympics? So, and to get us going, it's like I know today, esports is also like at the collegiate level. Like a lot of college teams now have like esports representation, whether it be Rocket League or League of Legends or Overwatch. There's a lot of collegiate level teams, and then of course there's pro leagues and pro teams. So yeah, I just wanted to see what you guys think of esports in the mainstream as a whole.
Wasn't there a push recently to actually get it into the Olympics?
I think so, and that's probably where this stemmed from. But I don't know what the status is on that. I do know that like recently, skateboarding is going to the going to be in the Olympics. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that. And that's something I think for a long time was like there was X Games. You know, we had X Games for the longest time, and it was like it's like a what is it, international event, but yeah, it's like it was never recognized as like a sport, I guess, until more recently. So I personally feel like maybe esports lands in the same vein, where maybe it's for a couple of years it's going to keep being like a side piece. Then eventually I feel like they might get picked up by the Olympics. I just don't know how even you could do that. You know what I mean? Like, do you have, because like it's like, oh, do you have like different events? Are those different events just different games? Like, it's like, oh, like China took the gold in Dota,
League of Legends, or Dota. Yeah, but to be, if they were in the Olympics, Korea would probably outbeat the United States in every game comparatively.
I don't know, not all the time, but I feel but yes, I do know that like in Overwatch, there's a lot like Korea, like I think Korea has won a lot of times. They're undefeated almost at the World Cups.
What I will say about that is that, I mean, you can't say that Korea's going to take, even if Korea sweeps, like, I mean, look at basketball. America sweeps that shit all the time. It doesn't matter if we're gonna, if one country's going to sweep it. If it's, I think personally, if they were to do like esports in Olympics, it would have to be its own thing, because there's Winter Olympics or Summer Olympics, and then there would have to be esports Olympics, in my opinion, because then, like Stevie's right, because there's a bunch of different games. And there's different like things that people are like are experts in. Like there's fighting experts. There's like even mobile games experts. Like PlayStation and console, or computer, or shooters, or sports games. So if anything, it would have to be its own Olympics with different categories in them each. If that's my 2 cents.
Yeah. What do you think about patching? Like I feel like it's so. Like, even in tournaments, people get so pissed off because it's like sometimes they'll release a patch like right before the tournament, and then they're like, oh, well, you gotta use this patch because it's the latest version of the game. You know what I mean? And then, but like maybe they did a balanced patch that like now a character is super broken and it's on the like national level. But I don't know. The whole concept, it seems so foreign, but I feel like eventually they'd get there. But yeah, what do you guys think, Eddie and Eric?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I would love to see it like nationwide, like actually being in the mainstream. But then it's just really hard to do, because then you get incidents like freaking Ninja in Times Square. Oh, that was not fun to watch. But yeah, I would love to see it on TV. Apparently, I think it was recent, or maybe I'm wrong, but doesn't Buffalo Wild Wings pick up League of Legends?
Wait, they picked it up as in, what do you mean?
As in, like, when there's a game, you can go to Buffalo Wild Wings and they should be playing it.
I mean, that's a possibility. I'm pretty sure sports bars are broadcasting like esports games and stuff like that, like matches and stuff.
Yeah, because and that's a good start too.
Yeah, and also, I mean, also a good start is that I don't know if you guys know this, but I gamble a shit ton. Obviously, you guys know this. Yeah. But they in every booking, they also offer esports booking. So if you know your favorite teams there, you could actually bet on it, the players and stuff like that. So that's also a possibility. I think that also stems in Vegas too. Like you could do that in Vegas. Like if you're watching the LCS and the summer league comes out, or the summer championship comes out, then you can actually gamble on the players and the team who's gonna win and whatnot.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, but I really do hope that it reaches mainstream, obviously, in a nice way, not belittling us, and then give the mainstream more reason to just ignore us.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this is a little bit foreign because I don't really watch esports stuff, but I agree with what Lucio said. I would prefer if it was something like separate, because like Eddie said, I feel like if the Olympics, the ones that happen right now, would go on with esports, I feel like it would push down what esports is doing, because whoever watches the Olympics is because they want to see what I don't know what they show right now in the Olympics. I don't think they can get that audience into it. Personally, I don't know, but I have seen, what's it called, because of the pandemic, more like game, like what's it called, like Stevie had said with the NASCAR in Mexico, the soccer league in Mexico, they had a esports tournament with FIFA, and every team in the league was playing FIFA, and they had a whole tournament for, I think it was for a couple of months, and it was pretty good. I watched a couple, but I don't feel like people would be like, oh, they're gonna play the next game, I need to go like use a channel to watch it. Like, I think it's like something different, and it has like its own audience, and that's why I would say I would prefer if it was something separate, because you would have all the gamers watching the esports Olympics, and I don't know, like it would be everyone, like part of the family, I guess. I don't know how to say it. Like everyone knows what's going on, but I don't know if that will end up happening. I mean, lately it's getting more and more popular, and a lot of people are getting more into gaming than before. Before it was something like, it's not something to be ashamed of, but it wasn't something like you would talk about, like, oh, I'm a gamer or something. But now, like, you could say everyone plays video games, and it's more.
Yeah, I never understood that. Like, they make it seem like it's a waste of time, but it's a hobby. You enjoy doing it.
Yeah, just like you would like to watch movies or watch anime, or like I like to play video games. So.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's all about money in the Olympics as well. Like if it's able to fill out a stadium, or if it's able to pull people to the stadium and sell tickets, then that's what they're gonna put in the Olympics. So like maybe they could do a test trial in order to see if it's viable to sell out stadiums. But we've already seen in the past that it has. I mean, they sold out stadiums in Korea, stadiums here in America. The Staples Center, they sold that shit out for the League of Legends championship.
Yeah.
So like it has the potential of selling out. They just have to give them a chance. And also, I think that if shooting and archery is part of the Olympics, then I think gaming should be as well. Because I mean, obviously, I don't know how much work it is for shooting and archery. I feel like gaming has a lot more going at the same time. Like it's either equally as challenging or more challenging gaming than shooting and archery.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're hard and it's a difficult sport, but compared to like the mentality needed just to play video games, kind of hard to picture. But I will see why it's stressful for like league players, especially with a team of 5.
Because I mean, you focus on what? You focus on your mental state. If you're tilted, then you're gonna do shit.
Yeah.
So you have to have a strong will, first of all, in gaming. If you're gonna play in the highest competitive level, right? You have to have accuracy. You're gonna have to have patience, resilience, and stuff like that. And coordination. Coordination is a huge thing.
Coordination in gaming. And awareness.
Yeah. So I don't know, like
not see something and then get killed.
Yeah, I mean, I would also like to see esports in the Olympic arena, but it's gonna take a while for it to become quote unquote mainstream and be accepted in the world, be considered Olympic level. Okay, well the last topic is gonna be my topic, and I wanted to make it kind of fun. So, what is everyone's favorite reality TV show, and who would you bring on as your partner? I guess I'll start it off by, ever since I was little, my favorite TV show of all time and also reality TV show was The Amazing Race. I love this show so much, and I was like, I always contemplate who would I take on the Amazing Race.
Which one was that one?
okay,
Was
this-
that the one where they would try to go around the world?
Yeah, you basically have you and your partner go travel the whole world, and then each city that you're in, you have to do a different challenge. And there's like road bumps and detours and U-turns and stuff like that. And it's a really fun competition. So yeah, I mean, I always wanted to be in the Amazing Race, and then I always contemplate who I would bring. I think if it's to win, I think the person I would take on the Amazing Race would be between Jesus or Mark, because I feel like Jesus is he's level-headed and he won't crack under pressure. And then for Mark is just he's very he's just gonna go and do it. If something's like wrong, he just boom, he goes does it. But he's very impatient, so I think I would rather pick Jesus for that competition.
So I watch a lot of trash TV, and I watch a lot of good reality TV too. Like I have like a lot, and I'll just list them off. What's going through my head? Temptation Island. It's funny, just because it's so drunk. Like me and Tiffany love that show. It's like, would we go on it? I don't know. It'd be just funny because we just love the drama. Yeah, like you said, Hell's Kitchen. Also, MasterChef would be really cool. Like cook on there. And there was another one I had. Oh, Ink Master. So like getting a tattoo on Ink Master. That'd be pretty interesting.
Oh, pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah. I've thought about that actually a couple times. Whether I'd like to do that. So if anything, I'd probably say like maybe get a tattoo on Ink Master. And if I had to drag somebody, I'd drag Tiffany with me. Even though she'd probably weenie out.
I'm trying to think, but like the only thing that comes to my mind is like Wipeout or something.
Wipeout.
I feel like that'd be cool.
Like I've always wanted to like do one of those like, what are they called, test runs, or I don't know, like not just like Wipeout, but like the whole all of the American Ninja Warrior type of thing. Like
I was thinking that too. I was
stuff.
like,
So
I've always wanted to do something like that. Yeah, real life Fall Guys.
how about
Man.
American Gladiator? Like you have to fight those gladiators in order to win.
I
Right,
think
we're
that's
special?
cool. That's too much. I
Yes.
think I've seen
Yeah. I used to want to be on that show too when I was a kid. 'Cause I was
Yeah,
like,
me
man,
too.
these guys are stupid. Like they can't do these little easy challenges. Or whatever. Like I remember the one where you have to like shoot a rocket at like a target or something like that, or when we had to throw the tennis ball at them or something like that. I was just like, man, like they're just missing everything.
Yeah, I think my favorite competition was when one of the gladiators is like on like a turret, and she like that person's just aiming down. I mean, there's an obstacle, and the person needs to get to one obstacle to the other without getting shot. And if they're able to get to the end, they're able to throw something at the guy at the gladiator that's on top of the turret place, and then they get launched. But it's super hard because like you're running and you have literally no cover, and the guy's shooting tennis balls at you like da, 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 da. And you're like, "Alamadre, bro!" Like, fuck.
I remember when I was a kid too. I also wanted to be on Legend of the Hidden Temple. I wanted to be on that one so bad. And then what was it? Wild and Crazy Kids. There was that one too. Yeah, I used to want to be on all of those shows when I was a kid.
I'm so bad with names. Like, pretty sure I've seen the ones that you guys are mentioning, but I don't know. But yeah, I would. Those are probably like the only type of shows that I would like to be in. You said Master Chef and all that, but I don't know how to cook. If I knew, I would try. Man, but yeah, like I always thought those were kind of fun. The whole.
Eric,
like,
would you
just
go on
to
American
the chat.
Idol or America's Got Talent?
Oh,
You
yeah.
should, man. I've
Would
been
you go on
telling
America's
you.
Got Talent? And what would your talent be?
I can't believe I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I mean, I've always
Singing.
thought about it, but I don't think I would actually do it.
Singing
I think
mariachi.
it's too much
Oh,
pressure.
you would do mariachi sing? Hey, that'd be so good.
Oh my god.
Just go.
Karaoke night. I'm ready.
You sound good, dude.
Yeah, just go to America's Got Talent and just tell the judges that he could do the longest grito, and then you just
No, you have to say you had a traumatic childhood, and then you could, and then the producers will pick you to be on there, and then you could like just bomb, but they'll still make you go to the next round.
okay.
Because it's a sad story.
Yeah, dude, just say that you're from the south side of Laredo, and then we just cover you up with fake tattoos. And
Every
then
night you hear gunshots.
That's my way out. I hadn't thought about that, but I probably would like to do that. But that's probably a lot of pressure. I feel like I would do Wipeout easier. Like I just need to run.
Eddie, what about you?
I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's a bit more recent. I don't know when, but it's not that new. Hyperdrive.
Oh, the racing. one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like yes.
It's like Wipeout for cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, can someone explain the premise to me? I don't know what the fuck.
It's literally Wipeout, but on cars. Like they have
Like you
obstacle
have to do like
courses.
drifting. You have to do like drifting and obstacle courses in a car.
Oh, okay.
Like
You drift
I've only
and break
seen, like,
little
2
panels.
episodes. Yeah, like and one of the things you have to you're like in a cross section of squares that are like enough for you to fit a car, and a quadrant of the square lights up, and then another quadrant, and you have to drift into one and then into the other. And if you get it wrong, you have to do it until you get doing right. And the next part is you have to drive through water, but though it's 2 feet deep, except for a platform, and the platform's only marked with lights. So you have to drive through it carefully, but you have to try to do it kind of fast. And
But if you do, you might damage the engine.
yeah, and after that, you have to drift into a circle so the back of your car hits an object and it breaks some kind of glass. And after that, you go towards the teeter-totter bridge. That one you have to get to the edge, and then it lowers down. And once it lowers down, you get to go and finish.
What the heck? And this is all on a
Yeah.
vehicle.
Yeah,
It's on
too.
Netflix. You need to
It's
check
on
it
Net-
out.
It's a fun
Which brings me
watch.
back to the other topic. This was also something I watched during COVID.
Yeah, and the person I would take would probably be Snakerbot, because he's the only person I know that's
That'd be
into
so
cars.
funny. A fucking potato pal.
The potato pals IRL.
Eddie, watch it, Eddie.
Where am I supposed to go, Eddie? Damn it!
Oh, it's pretty funny, actually. I'll pay money for that. Netflix series right here. Potato Pals.
Potato pals driving in cars. Watch that.
But Potato Pals does. We go to every single reality TV show.
Potato
Yeah,
pals
fire
on the
TV.
road.
Yeah. Yeah, it just seems so fun. I'm a big fan of cars, and just being able to do dumb stuff like that seems really cool.
I'm trying to think of like another TV show. Like I always think of whenever I think of reality TV show, I always think of The Real World. Like that's like
Oh.
dirty television, but I mean I really love that shit. Like,
all
just-
the challenges. What about Big Brother? Would you go on Big
I was
Brother?
about to say that.
I've actually never seen any Big Brother.
I don't
Like,
know what
shows
any
like-
of them
Well, so
are.
basically, it's like you're just trapped in the house with all those people. Like you can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. Like you're just basically like quarantined.
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it.
Yeah.
That shit's been fun.
And they vote
Yeah, I just
each other
love-
out. I don't know. I don't remember how
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah, I just love competition shows. Like I love the trash dating TV shows. Those are always pretty funny. Like a flavor of love.
Or
I love
like-
Yeah, I was
New
gonna
York.
say that.
90 Day Fiance. All the memes
Yeah,
that came from it.
yeah, all of those 90 Day Fiance shows. But I like competition shows a lot more. Like getting to know all the getting backstabbed, all that stuff. It's always fun.
Have you guys seen that new Netflix show called The Circle?
No.
I did see
now-
that.
That one's literally right now COVID. Like they were doing quarantine before quarantine was a thing. But essentially the thing was that everyone they were not allowed to look at, or they weren't able to see each other. They were all secluded in their own room, and once a day they had to interact with each other through like text messaging and no video chats, only just forums and stuff like that. They just communicate like that, and they would play games, but with obviously anonymously. And yeah, I mean, it was really interesting. I like the concept, but yeah. I wouldn't mind being in that game either.
And
That shit
what's
seems
the objective? Are they trying to? What are you trying to do exactly?
It's just like a generic like competition show at the very end of the week. Okay, so like there's a competition. Whoever wins the competition, 2 people are like the influencers, and that's like the highest like rank. So then they go to a separate room, and then they talk about it, and then they choose who gets eliminated. They come to a decision to eliminate one person, and yeah, so it's like a very generic reality TV show, but the twist or the gimmick for this one is that they weren't allowed to see each other. Yeah. I love reality TV shows. Like they're my guilty pleasures as well, because I know Stevie loves them.
Mm-hmm.
Something about like Gordon Ramsay yelling at aspiring chefs just always makes me so happy. Like I'm just like yes, scream at them, destroy them. Destroy them.
It's so funny though, because they really upplay it here in America. Because I don't know if you've ever seen, there's like a comparison where they showed the same Kitchen Nightmare episode from America that they showed in Britain, and the editing style was night and day. Like in the American version, it's like Gordon Ramsay is just yelling, and like they're like the people, the chefs are doing really stupid things, and then they showed the same clip but edited in the British style, and it's like Gordon Ramsay is like a sweetheart, and he's like helping the chef, and the chef really didn't make a big mistake, and Gordon even says like, "Oh, it's not that bad, like, you know, like let's fix it." I don't know, but yeah, so if you watch like the British versions, he's really like he hardly yells. He curses, but he hardly yells. And also they don't have the dramatic music playing in the background, like the dun 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 dun. Like it's just them talking, having a conversation.
It's crazy what editing does, man. When I would watch the show when I was younger, I was always under the assumption that he was just a piece of shit asshole. But then you just see videos of him or him talking, and it's like night and day. Like the dude genuinely seems down to earth and like a decent dude. But you see Hell's Kitchen and all this other stuff, and he's just yelling 24/7. The power of editing, dude.
Yeah, like I never thought he was an asshole even when I was little. Like watching his show for the first time, seeing him scream and doing that stuff, I always thought he was very passionate about cooking. That's why he took it to heart and he got angry. So I know, like you might have seen it like, oh, he's being a dick. I'm just like, no, this guy's really passionate. That's how I saw it.
Yeah, that's how I see it now. You know, I'm older, but as a teenager, as a kid, I was like, this dude's just like an asshole, because that's all you see.
Okay, and I guess that's it for this week's episode. We'll catch you at the next save point. See you later.
Peace.
Peace.